looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not...
Look at that! That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. Trevor Murdoch is a prime example of what you call your classic, prototypical, old-school brawler. He ain't pretty, but he gets it done. He puts a hurting on you.
That's an understatement. I think a chair to the face could only improve Murdoch's looks.
Hey, look, he ain't got much in the looks department, that's for sure, but that just means he ain't got a reason not to put his body on the line in every match, and that's bad news for his opponents.
Trevor Murdoch is a nasty, brutal competitor, and I think these fans would like to see him get his... What a deadly submission hold this is! We might see a tap out right here!
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
What a counter that was!
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all. Talk about having a face only a mother could love. That expression is right for Trevor Murdoch.
Hey, look, there's no doubt that Murdoch will never, ever win any beauty contest. He's here to beat down his opponent and pick up wins. He's sure ugly, though.
And there's no doubt that he's made a name for himself doing just that. Although I have to admit, I'm not a fan of his methods.
What's with you, Cole? You don't like his look? You don't like his style? Can you get any more squeamish or what? This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match, when you decide to shut your...
And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. This one's just turning into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We've both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE. Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Emotional? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and see this is going to be big, one way or the other. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant to...
Wow! Let me reverse it. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
I'll tell you, they broke the mold when they made a superstar like Trevor Murdoch. And what an ugly mold it must have been.
And thank goodness for that. One Trevor Murdoch is quite enough. Thank you very much.
He's super... Oh, man. This is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can't. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it. Great reversal.
There's the reversal, Cole. These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting...
He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you gotta either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you gotta just flat out tap out. He's got these people on their feet.
And there he goes. What a sickening bulldog. I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is gonna go down.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. And
there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole. He smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You could say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting him through a table.
And whether or not you have that kind of patience often means the difference between winning and losing a match.
These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Cole, what you got to realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job. This is a lifestyle. That's why you see so much passion for
here's your winner, Trevor Murdoch.